The City of Tshwane says it has a revenue shortfall of nearly 176 billion rand due to non-payment by residential, business and government entities. Yesterday, the Executive Mayor, Randall Williams, joined city officials on a very visible revenue collection drive called Tshwane Ya Tima. He joins us now via Zoom. A very good morning to you, Executive Mayor.
Good morning to you.
How many people have paid up as a result of yesterday's action?
Well, we haven't tallied it yet because we started actually on Tuesday. We know about individual payments where, for example, one of the shopping malls paid 40 million, and I believe there were other payments made by government departments as well, because we're now looking to collect on a debtors book that's over 17 billion rands.
What's the backstory? How did Operation City of Tshwane revenue collection come about?
Look, we've always been busy with revenue collection, or rather debt collection, those that are in arrears on our debtors book especially. But because of COVID-19 and the fact that our debtors book stood at March 2020 at 12 billion rand, and then over 8-month period escalated over 16 billion, and now the last year it escalated to over 17 billion. We've realized that what we have been doing is not enough, because revenue collection, or rather debt collection, is part of our mandate in terms of municipal legislation. We are obligated to collect a debt due to the city. And what we've done, we followed a due process, sending people notices, phoning people, pleading with people to pay, and then sending out contractors and to disconnect people where they don't pay. Often the contractors would be bribed and people would be just reconnected, or no disconnection would take place. So these were all low-key operations, and we decided to make it a public operation so that people can see action against non-payers are taking place.
Of course, it's a serious project, but there was also that visual value, especially for people on social media. Has there ever been such a drive in which you even targeted the military?
Well, in fact, I directed that the military, or rather government departments, which included the military, should be targeted last year already. And last year, for example, the military headquarters, Tshwane, owed the city more than 300 million rands. So the Wednesday, we cut them off, and the following day, the Thursday, they paid us 115 million rands to be reconnected. So you see, there are budgets available to pay the city. They are able to pay, but not willing to do so. Now, and I mean, these type of expenses, when you draw up your budget as a national department or a provincial government, you know what cities charge you for their services.
You factor this in.
You had to pay for the services in prior years. So you plan for it in your budget, but yet there's no willingness to pay.
The Department of International Relations and Cooperation, which is also a massive operation based in your city, released a statement yesterday refuting apparent claims that it also owes. What's the situation here?
Well, they certainly owed us last year. And because we claimed money, and also they are responsible for, I don't know for what reason, but they're also responsible for paying the bills of certain embassies. And because we disconnected the embassies, they accused us that we're starting international problems. But the fact is, these embassies have a duty to pay for what they consume. They cannot expect that only certain people should pay and they get free water and electricity. And everybody, we're going to make no exception.
Just to wrap it up,
that owes the city will have to pay.
Yeah.
And if I may just say, currently, only 56% of our customers in the city of Tshwane pay their monthly bills.
So we've also seen tweets from the MEC for Kokta, Lebogang Maile, supporting what you're doing. Is this an indication of how serious this challenge is?
Well, yes, it is very serious, and not only for the city of Tshwane, for all municipalities. And being the MEC of Kokta, the MEC is fully aware that there's an obligation placed on all municipalities to do everything possible to collect debt that's due to the municipality.
Yeah, just a quick one. What consideration are you giving to indigent residents?
Well, we have a policy as far as indigent residents are concerned. If you register as an indigent resident in the city of Tshwane, you are entitled to a certain quota of free electricity and water.
Well, Executive Mayor of Tshwane, Randall Williams, thank you so much for talking to us, telling us about a project to get the residential, business and government clients of the city of Tshwane to pay for services. Back to our big story of the day, expectations